How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews back with a little bit of summer chuggers up in this piece in form of Logsdon Farmhouse Ales and Breakside Brewing. This is their Chaos from Within. Yes, this be a dry hop lager with jasmine rice. I'm kind of digging on this. Yeah, we're talking about Logsdon Jam, 4.8%, done and none. This actually comes from a box before. They sent me a box before. They said, send me a box again. What do you want? Summer chuggers. If this isn't a summer chugger, I don't know what is. Logsdon is one of my favorite breweries. I don't think I have much, if any, experience with Breakside. Label-wise, that's a poopy label. That is a very poopy label. Everything about this label, I'm just not a big fan of. Sorry, Logsdon. Sorry, Breakside. Breakside has less to do with it because it's the Logsdon, a part of the collab. Man, it's like weird 90s computer-generated fractals. The logoing, like the spacing, like Logsdon's this far away from the top of the label, but the lettering's this far away from the bottom, and then the Breakside logo's like a millimeter away from the title, but then Breakside's like further away from the plus than Logsdon is. It's just, honestly, as someone who does this stuff for a living, just not a fan. Barcode's vertical though, so kudos with that. There's no date in the can. I don't think it's going to really matter much with this beer, but yeah, what do we got going on? A nice, subtle, hazy kind of lager. Oh, and date-wise, it's from one of my biggest things where I like to kind of look into the beers I get from Tavour is how old are they. There is no date in this can, but almost every beer I've ever gotten has been at least 2 months, if not newer than that, so I don't have an issue with that. Yeah, looks like a lager. Let's see if we can get a nose. There's a cool hopping to this. Dry hop lager brewed with jasmine rice. They don't actually call out the hop here. I don't think it's the lager or the rice. It could be the jasmine, actually. Could be that jasmine rice, because I was getting something a little bit more floral than I typically get from like a lager. So it might be that, or it could be a combination of the hops and that in there in combination working together. But it has a nice, soft, not overly kind of toasty, just straight Pilsner malt kind of vibe to it. Maybe even like a little bit of oats I'm getting off of this, subtly. That rice is probably what's adding that, but that jasmine rice, it has this little bit of floralness to it in combination with the way the hops are coming off. It's nothing super aggressive as far as hops go, at least in a nose, but it's nice. It smells not macro, and you're like, no shit, Sherlock, it's Logsdon. But you're talking about these low ABV lagers, they can get a little bit flabby, they can get a little bit of kind of almost like, even if they're not, kind of corn ricey, kind of like, rice is part of adjunct lager. That's not the case here. It definitely has this lightness and this kind of nice richness to it. Let's just dive in. Cheers. That is by far and away one of the brightest lagers I've ever had in my life. Like, this is super like summer. This is epic summer chugger. This is king shit a fuck mountain summer chugger. That's delicious. That beer is so good. I want to punch it as hard as I can. Man, that is delicious. This definitely is by far and away the best tasting beer in the worst looking can I've ever had in my life. I'm almost like, I feel like I love Logsdon. Their price point can be a little bit tough out here, so I'm not saying I pick them up all the time. But if I saw this, no date in a can and that label, I'm walking away. I'm like, no, judge a book by its cover. Usually it kind of works a little bit in beer, but man, the way that jasmine rice comes through is jasmine, man. It's not even jasmine rice. I think they put jasmine actually in the beer itself. And I think whatever hop they used, they were smart enough to not get anything too overly tropical, too overly bittering, or like aggressive piney, or even on the fruity side of things. If they went tropical, it had to be like a starfruit kiwi-esque under-ripeness, but I think they went with something a little bit brighter, a little bit more kind of floral on the hops to kind of elevate that jasmine up. Malt base is killer. Like the way the rice is coming through. I think that combination of the malt and that actual rice itself lends itself to being a crispy super chugger. That jasmine rice in combination with those hops bring this super floral, super pretty perfume-like almost level of hoppiness to this, and are very drinkable. Super squeaky clean, but at the same time tastes kind of farmhousey. It doesn't come off as like ultra filtered to the nth degree as you would assume by looking at it. That is one of the best beers I've had all year. All year. Wow, that's delicious. I have 2 of these. I have 2 of those. I'm drinking the shit out of the other can. Like, I'll just go back to back on it. It's that good. I got my boy's birthday party this weekend. I might want to crack it with people there. Oh, can I wait 3 days? Can I? No, this is fantastic. Absolutely delicious. And honestly, one of the best non-traditional lagers I've ever had. Hands down, Mount Rushmore status, first face on a mountain. That effing good. That effing good this beer is. Yeah, just the way those malts come off and how light but purposeful they are. And like I said, that jasmine and that propped up kind of hoppiness, that floral component to it, man, can't get much better than this. Especially from like a 5% super summer chugger. This is, like I said, king shit of Fog Mountain. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better lagers I've had. Is like number one without, like, hands down. Like, it's not even funny. Value and availability on this, I have no idea. Like I said, Logsdon tends to be a bit pricey, man. A 4-pack for a lager from Logsdon up by me is, $18 give or take. I have no problem spending $18 for this. Is that what this costs? I'm really curious. If you purchase this, please let me know, one, what you thought, but also how much you paid. And good God, yeah. Well, I don't even know if I can get this by me, though. That's the thing. You talk about value and availability. I got it from Tavor, but I can get logs and stuff, but I'm going to get the collab from Breakside. I don't know. And just leave you with it if you like, well, we like this beer. If you like good beer, this is really, 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 really good beer. Like, really good beer. If you like really good beer, like lagers, you like summer chuggers, you'll love this beer. If you don't love this beer, you're wrong, not me. There you go. Reviewing the books. Like I said, if you've had this, please share your thoughts down below. Anything else you can put down there also. Massive Beers, if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massif, if you want to check me out doing a podcasting thing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying something as good as this beer. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.